A walkthrough for defining and testing static methods inside of a main class. So I'm just in main. I don't have another file. And you might see right away that I didn't have to say system.out.println here because I wrote a method down below, a static method here, public static void println, that takes in a string and uses system.out.println to put it to the screen. Not a groundbreaking algorithm or method, but it does make my life a little bit easier in the main method. So I'm going to do another one for the regular print. Right here I'm defining a print method. Notice public static void because it doesn't return anything. It just does something, takes in a string, and prints it to the screen without the added carriage return afterwards. Back up to the top to test it out. I'm just going to say print and give it a quick little message right here just to test it and run it just to make sure. I'll call this test 1. And then run it, and you'll see down below that I have a defining and testing static methods, and then I have the word message. So that test is good. I'm going to comment it out and move on. So here's the next one. I could define an algorithm that sums an int array. There's the bell. All right, here we go. So I'm going to quick do the same thing here, but this method is going to actually return an int, and I'm going to call this get sum. And it's going to take in an int array. Now I'm going to call it int array, and I'm just going to call it nums. Didn't have to be nums, it could be anything, and I'm going to quick do an int sum equals 0, and I'm going to do a for each loop. Don't need to, but you should get used to seeing these. For every integer in my parameter nums, I am going to add each integer to that. And then in the end, I just need to remember to return that value, that sum value. Okay, and now I have the ability to quickly sum an int array in my main method, so I don't have to go through all the work up here, or put all the code up here. I can simply, in fact, say print ln, and I'll just say, give it a quick label. Sum is. And then I can do the get sum method and pass it an int array, which happens to be nums. And just like that, I have a quick method to access an int array and sum it up. Should appear here in a second. There it is, sum is 45. All right, one more. The other thing that you can do, for instance, is if I'm defining get average, I can use my other helper methods inside of here. So I'm going to do a similar thing and copy this. I'm not going to complete this method, but I'm going to say public static int, but this will be a average. So I'm going to say double, and I'll say get average. Okay, I can use the same name, int array. But I don't need to do all of this. I can just take and say get sum of the nums array parameter. Okay, and then I could assign that to an int. Okay, sum here equals that, and now I can return the sum divided by the number of nums. So I can say nums.length, and that will tell me my average as long as I cast it. I guess I did complete it all, but so now I should go up there and test it. But that is how you can use helper methods within a class and use helper methods within other helper methods. Good luck with the rest.